Hello, everyone. I'm back with this is going to be a quick little video that talks about my favorite pattern that I like to use to trade with technical analysis. It's this one right here. We have the perfect example with this stock, Baba, right? It's Alibaba Group Holdings. And this pattern right here looks really similar to something like this. Bam! What is this? It's a symmetrical triangle, right? So how does this work? How do we use this to make money? So a symmetrical triangle goes up, down, as you guys can see, and it creates kind of like a pattern. If you were to draw your trend lines for every peak and bottom support that we have in this specific pattern, you are going to notice that it kind of creates a triangle, right? It's a symmetrical triangle. So what we want to do is make money out of this, right? So there's a couple of ways you can make money out of this. The first way is catching the waves, right? So as it's going up, you can get calls in your contracts. As it's going down, you can get puts and vice versa, right? So as the stock progresses and the triangle starts forming, the ranges tend to get smaller, right? Once you get to this point right here, it's really hard for the stock to go up and down, right? So the assumption is that eventually there's going to be a breakout. More than likely, the breakout when it comes to this triangles is going to be a bullish breakout. So we're going to break out from the resistance and create a new high, right? So that's exactly what we're seeing here. So this is a 1 hour chart. As you guys can see, we had one bounce, second bounce, kind of a third bounce here, fourth bounce, and we're almost there at the breakout point. So the assumption is that as soon as the breakout happens and we don't get faked out, we can get some calls. Now we have a couple of things to support this thesis. So for example, this is a good time frame, right, to create a hypothesis about the stock and in which direction it's going to move. We also have our TTM switch. Look, about to switch into a bullish momentum, right? Volume, it's kind of like not so strong, but again, whenever these breakouts happen, the volume tends to increase because again, more than one person is looking at this, and we can create a wave just by following the rules here with the breakout. If we look at the bigger time frames, we have the 4 hour chart. It's not as visible, right? So this is really important because this teaches you that one time frame might not show you the potential way of how you can make money, right? So you have to go through all the important time frames, right, to find that pattern that you're looking for. Now, the time frames that I like to use are the 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, and monthly. The ones I typically use the most to do technical analysis the day before is the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Why? Because I'm more of a day trader. I tend to get in and out of positions quickly. Unless I'm swinging or looking for a long term position, I will be looking at the weekly and probably the monthly. So my favorite ones are the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. And as I'm trading live, I like to look at the 5 minute and the 15 minute because they can potentially show me my entry points and my exit points. But again, this is the perfect example. This is, I mean, I just looked at this today. It's 11 to 2020. This is the second day of November. Elections are about to go down. So again, my recommendation since the beginning was to not trade at all, right? But if you want to, give it a shot, even with these conditions, I say this is a perfect example of how you can make money looking at a symmetrical triangle. Again, I'm gonna show you guys another example with Tesla. You can kind of see the pattern here. Again, not all patterns are gonna be perfect. They're not gonna show specifically what you want to see. It shouldn't be about that. It's what the market gives you, right? So you work with what you have. You work with the candles and the patterns that are being created, and that's the way you make money, right? So we can see how it reached the bottom here, kind of bounce here, reach the bottom again, and our expectation is that it's gonna eventually break out of this triangle and create a new high. So that was it. This is just a quick tutorial to show you guys how to spot these patterns. Again, this one's also within the 1 hour. If I switch to the 4 hour, it's not as visible, but you can still tell. With time, things get easier. Your TA becomes you're able to spot these things better. You know, you become better at doing this the more you do it. It's like practice makes perfect, right? So again, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and the daily. So this is Tesla, and I have Baba, right? I have my calls above 312.50. That's just for me. I'm looking at the strong resistance points that this stock has had within the 1 hour. It seems like a pretty good point for a potential breakout. And again, TTM switch is always good. So this is probably the only thing I'm gonna trade tomorrow. I'm being honest. I don't want to risk my money. I don't think you guys should also risk your money in this type of conditions. But again, this is one potential play of what I'm planning on doing with my own trades. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And again, if you're interested in learning how to trade stocks, be part of a great community, you should definitely join the Zero Dinero Investment Group. Thank you.